we've been discussing, we've been doing forehands and backhands. We've been also talking about how to get around a mark. And one place that's very hard to block quickly is this space down here, because it's hard to get your hand all the way down there. In VUL, we're not really allowed to use our feet either. So trying to throw around a thrower, it's good to be able to release the disc, either throw low down to the ground. So how do we do that? For a backhand, same grip, but we let our hand rotate slightly more on top of the disc. So rather than being like this, where we're just throwing it flat, we can let our hand come around so the pad of the thumb is on top, the thumb's more on the rings. And you can see immediately that the disc is flat, even though I'm lower down to even though I'm holding it lower. The next part is the step. And another part of getting around the mark is actually getting in a big step. So I'm going to step here, and instead of pointing my toe this way, I'm throwing in this direction. Instead of pointing my toe this way, I'm actually going to try and twist it and point my knee and my toe to where my receiver is. And what that does is it creates space here for my body to go down. I've got a slight beer gut, so if I'm like this, then my beer gut gets stuck on my leg and I can't get much lower than that. However, if I put my knee forward, then there's a lot more room, and it also means I can just throw next to my leg here. Another part of this throw is I don't want to release the disc here, because then its trajectory is just going to be into the ground. What I want to do is get slightly beyond. Imagine I'm just like a pendulum. The pendulum arm is going to slightly start coming up before I release the disc, and then that means the throw is more likely to keep going up and up towards the receiver. I don't want to get too far, obviously, because then I'm just going to be tossing it way up in the air. And the last ingredient here is air bounce. So air bounce is a bit of a tricky thing, just comes with practice. But essentially, instead of throwing it flat through the air, we're going to throw the disc with the bottom edge slightly exposed. And that means as I'm throwing it through the air, but after a while the spin takes over and lifts it up. And this is another way of ensuring that a low pass rises up. So again, with a bit of air bounce, because it dips initially and then goes flat and rises. Again. So putting the whole thing together, and step out, got my toe pointing towards my receiver, and get down here. And what